science in the real world. You are studying serious science now, and you'll be studying more and more science as you grow older. Sometimes you wonder, what is all this for? Who needs all this information? Well, it depends on what you choose to do when you are older. What you're learning now is very, very basic information. There's a whole lot more to every single thing that you learn in school. But this gives you an idea of what's out there. And if there is any particular topic that you really like, you can decide to take that up when you are older. And that's why you get an overview in school. So, let's see some things that people can do if they choose to follow science. First, we can take a look at some careers in biology. One of the very interesting careers in biology is in the field of biotechnology. What is biotechnology? You kind of know what these words mean. You've heard them many times before. Bio comes from the Greek word bios, which means life. Technology is not just computers and smartphones. Technology is the practical use of knowledge to create useful things and solve problems. Biotechnology is using biology with technology. Scientists who work in biotechnology try to use living things, living organisms, or things that come from living organisms to improve things that we use. You'll understand that better with a few examples. When you use yeast to make bread rise, it's biotechnology. It can be that simple. Biotechnology helps us to develop better medicines. The antibiotics that you may take when you are sick are developed through biotechnology research. People who have diabetes need insulin. Some bacteria are used to make this insulin. This happens through biotechnology research too. Biotechnology research also helps us design better medical instruments. And that's not all. Biotechnology is also used in agriculture and food production. In fact, there are so many ways to use biotechnology that scientists now use color codes when they talk about it. Blue biotechnologies are related to saving underwater organisms. Gray biotechnologies are related to saving different species in the environment. Green biotechnologies are related to improving agriculture. Red biotechnologies are related to developing new medicines and new treatments. White biotechnologies are related to the food industry. So you can see that biotechnology is a very big thing and is at work in many different fields. Biotechnology can be used to solve a great number of problems, ranging from making better products to reducing global warming. Have you heard of genetic engineering? Engineering is a fancy word for building something. So, genetic engineering, often just called GE, is building something with genes. What are genes? You know that all living things are made up of cells. Each cell has a nucleus which is the boss of that cell. It tells the rest of the cell what to do. Inside each nucleus, there are 23 pairs of chromosomes. That's 46 altogether, which contain all of your genes. How do genes work? Each gene has the instructions on how to make special proteins which control how that cell grows and works. Because we have 2 of each chromosome, we also have 2 of each gene. Since you get 1 of each pair of chromosomes from each of your parents, you get 1 gene from each of your parents too. Suppose Seema's mother has passed on a grey eyes gene to Seema, and Seema's father has also passed on a grey eyes gene to Seema. Then what color eyes will Seema have? Grey eyes, of course. People who breed animals like dogs and cats and horses or even fish and birds try to make changes that they want in the breeds. They may cross a small body to a dog with a different type of coat. For example, a shiatsu with a poodle to make a small dog with a coat like a poodle instead of the silky coat of a shiatsu. It isn't quite as easy as that, and it may take a long time and several attempts with several dogs before they manage to breed the changes that they want to make. In the same way, you will not be exactly like your brothers or sisters, if you have any, because each of you will get a different mix of chromosomes and genes from your parents. Coming back to genetic engineering, what is it? Scientists are still studying genes and have found out lots about them. They can find the exact gene which is causing some diseases or disabilities. They are experimenting with things like trying to replace a faulty gene with a normal one. This is called gene therapy. Some people have volunteered to take part in trials which may help themselves and others if the gene replacement works. Some people think that in the future, scientists will be able to swap genes before a baby is born so that the child will not be born with diseases. We are not ready to design people, but scientists have cloned or made an exact copy of sheep and other animals. Some scientists study the smallest particles of cells and the things they are made of. This is called molecular biology. People who do this are called molecular biologists. They try to find out what makes a living thing different from a non-living thing. These scientists have to understand cell biology, genetics, physics, and chemistry. Everyone is puzzled and does not have answers to the questions like what makes life possible or what actually happens when an organism no longer is alive. Molecular biologists conduct research to try and understand what life is all about and get the answers to these questions. Microbiologists are people who work in biology too. Micro means something that is small. In biology, we mean something so small that our eyes cannot see it. These are things like bacteria, viruses, fungi, algae, etc. They are also called microbes. Some microbes cause infectious diseases. Microbiologists are scientists who study microbes to understand how they live and grow. They study how they affect humans, animals, and plants. The information that they gather helps to make better medicines and raise better animals and grow better crops. Microbiologists can find out what germs are in your blood, in the water you drink, and in the soil in which your plants are growing. They even have to study and find new microbes in the environment. So, they keep collecting new samples of natural things, plants, animal, or human material from the environment. Another interesting field in biology is biomedical engineering. That is where engineering and biology come together in an amazing way. Understanding of biology with the design and problem-solving skills of engineering helps these people make medical instruments for our health. There are instruments that let you easily check your blood pressure and blood sugar at home. That is because of biomedical engineering. Artificial joints and limbs are a result of biomedical engineering. That is because of biomedical engineering. You can see photos of your internal organs with X-rays, MRIs, and ultrasounds. That is because of biomedical engineering. Some researchers have created artificial organs like jawbones and bladders. This is also possible due to research and development in biomedical engineering.